when you go on the road, and this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Zone. He's brought down to the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Gamecocks offense will be first on the attack, and they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How you're going to finish strong throughout the season. You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. I'd be calling a hot route. Trying play action. Fires left. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, South Carolina.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3-and-out. They won't do that here. They might go 4-and-out, but they'll try to convert here. They'll run play action. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Release to the back. Grab near the sticks. It's Miller. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. From the red zone, it's Miller. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Spits it out to the back. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Bama!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Zings Throws it complete to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. In the red area, it's Miller. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Takes the grab on the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. So now they've been denied 3 straight times from the 2. Do you dare try it again?
Yes, you have to stay aggressive. All the points in today's college football, stay aggressive, keep the hammer down, try to get 6.
The give. Not only will he not get in, they'll stop him behind the line at the 4.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme. And sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough. So got to continue to play well within the conference.
Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Oh, better look out.
Return is second down at the 43. And you're now at Crimson Tide.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The hand to the running back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Simpson. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Now, Lenora Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big run he's played throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body. You better look out, college football.
The Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards. It's a seam wide open. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Sellers. Lets it fly. Makes the grab right down the middle. Touchdown, South Carolina. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Now they'll run it to the right here. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Looking to fire. Got out of trouble and throws. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. First down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
On third down, going up top. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll give it to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. A little screen to the running back. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4. making checks. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes a grab past the marker. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Man, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a crease to the left. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to set up the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you're obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on third down. I like when you slip them in there trying to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback running on the draw. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kansas State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Completes the shuffle pass. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Quarterback adapting. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Oh, the defense was able to get to the QB, and I think that's what really creates the interception. Because of the pressure and because of the hit on the quarterback, it affected the velocity, it affected the accuracy of the throw. The defense comes away with a huge takeaway.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going with the ground game left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Making side adjustments here. Play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Finds space on the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Gamecocks are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long.
They fake it. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. Into the end zone. And the pass is incomplete off the fake field goal, and sometimes you just outsmart yourself. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Ncaa.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Maybe adjustments it's their attitude or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Power football with the run. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's 3rd and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Rushes on him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the play fake. Swings it out to the flat. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
And the Tide offense rolls onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
From the gun, give on the inside. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Here's the pressure. Touchdown time. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Off the play fake on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants and will finally get to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together.
South Carolina.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Plows through the defense. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
After the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts...
Trying to beat the D deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bennett. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to run it to the right. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
And this D needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. Wide open spaces.
Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space.
He's loose. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for Gomez. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. Dropping back, it's Sellers. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
This crowd bringing serious noise on this huge, huge fourth down play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Split backs here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back. Closing.
Turning it on. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. On
the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Scrambling away. The offense pops it up. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Oh, what a missed opportunity. You got an opportunity after that drive to go take the lead when you're trailing, and now you turn the football over, give the football right back. Defense needs to come out, bail you out, get a big stop, get the ball back so you can try to take the lead.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Quarterback will keep it. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Quarterback may change this route. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Now adjusting. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And this to seesaw back on top here in the 4th. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now they take the lead.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Trying play action. Caught over the middle. It's Hunt. On to running room. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold really strong, put up some good numbers.
Makes the grab. It's Bennett. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
A lot of times late in games you see this by defenses. They're going to drop back and they're going to take away all the deep stuff, trying to take away all the passing lanes. Nice job, get it to your running back, letting him get positive yards, and then let's get up to the ball quickly.
They'll throw on third and short. Pulls it in. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. Get second down, incomplete pass, go to third down. We need to go for it on third down. This offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Skips away from pressure. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
way, you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. He wants to throw it. Can't find his man in the end zone. The two-point attempt is no good, and they'll try to hang on to this lead in the final seconds. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. First play of the drive comes from the 38. To the air, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check